Hey, it's Courier Girl, and let's talk about language. You know, one thing that I've been seeing in my job search videos as I'm skimming down the requirements for the job is that they want people fluent in English. Some people are actually putting that right in their criteria. And that's because there are a lot of people who come into courier work who are recent immigrants, and that's cool. I'm glad people are coming to this country and I'm glad that they are finding work and they're able to do things. But if you don't have a good command of the English language, you can't speak, have a real conversation other than I don't speak English in whatever language you speak, and even write in English because there's apps that you're going to have to use. There might be times that you have to read signs or read directions or things like that. And if you're not fluent in the language of this country, which is still English, then you're not going to be able to do as good of a job as you could. Instead of being a first class courier, you're going to be second or third class because you're missing an important component, which is communication. I mean, one of the reasons that people like me as a courier driver is because I will stop and have a 2-minute conversation with them, and the experience for them is always a good one. Even if it's just hello, how you doing, knowing where to go, where to get things, being able to read the signs, being able to have a conversation, take any of their concerns back to my company, all of that kind of thing. If I wasn't fluent in English, I couldn't do that as well. And like I said, there are more and more companies that are requiring that. They want you to be able to communicate. And it's not any reflection on your intelligence or your capability or anything else. It's simply that people want people who can speak in their own language. That's the bottom line. So in most of the US, that's going to be English. If you are on the coastal cities, especially if you're near on the Mexican border or like in southern Florida and places like that, it's probably going to be English and Spanish. In other areas of the country, there may be other languages that are predominant or just as used as English. So if you're bilingual or trilingual or however many languages you need to speak, that's even better. I'm going to admit I'm not good at learning languages. I've tried. I'm just not very good at it. So as smart as I am in a lot of things, language has not been one of them, at least not until this point in my life. So yes, I'm pretty much stuck when it comes to people who are talking to me in other languages. So if you can speak more than one and write more than one, then you are so far ahead of the game. Like you're top notch, way above me when it comes to language. But in any case, if you aren't fluent in English and you want to be an in-demand courier, then you need to get fluent in English. You need to be able to speak it, to write it, and to read it. At least well enough so that you can have a conversation and so that your accent is not so thick that people can't understand you. And you'll know that because they'll keep asking you to repeat yourself because they don't understand what you're saying, even if you understand what you're saying. So if that's you, if that's your situation, then the best thing to do is to practice your English, practice smoothing out your accent a little bit so that you're easy to understand for the people who don't speak your language. And if you need to get lessons, even get lessons to make sure that you can keep going up the ladder of the courier business, where those people who want somebody fluent in English are going to hire you, whereas they wouldn't before if they can't understand what you're saying. And it's also going to help you in any other job you have or any other business you have. Because if you can conduct business in English and speak intelligently and fluently and without a heavy accent, you're going to go a lot farther. And of course, you can switch right into your native language if the reason arises to do so. And that makes you even ahead of the game because now you're like oh, I know 2 languages, I know 3 languages, I know 5 languages. So that's it, just a short video on how important it is to be fluent in English if you're in a courier business, but also if you want to be successful in any business in America. Peace out and see you on the road.